Hello, welcome back to my channel. And yes, I'm making a different type of video today. And if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. I'm Katherine. I'm a film student at Bangkok University and I make vlogs about my life as an international student living in Thailand. So, today's video is going to be for those who are looking forward to study here in Thailand. How much does it actually cost to study in Thailand? Yay! I'll try to give as much information as I can in this video because I know it's such an important topic and it is one of the most common questions that I get asked. I myself did a lot of research before actually coming to study here, and to be honest, I couldn't actually find a video that really helps, so that is the reason why I'm making this video today. Here's a preview of what we'll talk about in this video, and I'll also leave timestamps in the description and in the comments so you guys can skip ahead to save your time if you want to. We will cover tuition fees, living expenses, miscellaneous cost, and I will give you an expected monthly expense based on my numbers. But a disclaimer here, I won't be giving you my exact numbers because I didn't want everyone knowing how much I spend every month, especially my mom. So if you're ready, let's go! So firstly, the tuition fees. Depending on the university that you want to go to or the major that you want to apply to, the cost may differ. Universities outside of Bangkok, such as Chiang Mai University or Miscellaneous University, will be less expensive than those universities in or around Bangkok. And private universities are more expensive than public universities. Ideally, you'll be able to find the tuition fee on the university website, but one thing to know is that the actual cost is always higher than the numbers that they mention on the website. And another thing is that there are two types of programs in each university: international programs, which are taught in English, and Thai programs, which are taught in Thai. I believe most international students like me cannot speak Thai, so we'll have to choose international programs which are a little bit more expensive than the Thai programs. And one interesting thing is that international students or foreign students will have to pay a few thousands more than Thai students, even for the same program. So with that being said, I will talk about my university. I will tell you how much it cost me to study at Bangkok University. The tuition fee that I need to pay depends on how many courses that I'm taking and what types of classes that I'm taking each semester. So I have to pay 3,300 baht for each credit, and I need 3 credits for each course. That means I have to pay 9,900 baht for each course I'm taking each semester. Since I'm a film student, sometimes I need to rent camera equipments like gimbals, lighting equipments, cameras, lenses from school, and for those classes, I need to pay 3,000 extra baht, which we call lab fees. So, for this semester, I have to pay 74,300 baht in total. Like I mentioned, the tuition fee is different depending on the major university that you want to apply to, so it is best that you go and check on the website and expect a little bit higher than that. But I hope I can give you an idea of how much you will actually have to pay for each semester. On to the living expenses. We have 2 types of costs: fixed costs and variable costs. We'll start with fixed costs such as accommodation and required documents. For the accommodation, I will be focusing on places around Bangkok University because that is what I know best. So most places around Bangkok University cost between 4,000 baht to 15,000 baht. Flats or apartments are cheaper, starting from 3,000 baht, and condos start at around 8,000 baht if I'm not mistaken. I currently live in a studio room at a condo which is like 5 minutes away from our university, and the average rent for the rooms at my condo is 12,000 baht per month. Some rooms are cheaper and some rooms are more expensive depending on the floor and the location of the room. So one important thing for you is to find a good agent. They will give you discounts and explain you everything you need to know about the rules and regulations before you sign the contract. In this way you can find a cheaper room at a good location. But if you don't want to live around Bangkok University and want to live somewhere else, like let's say in Bangkok, it's a different story. But if you want to know how much rooms cost around other places, I can make a separate video about it. But in short, if you want to live around Bangkok University, the range is between 4,000 baht to 15,000 baht. Moving on to required documents, we have visa extension and 90-day report. So visa extension is something that you'll have to do every year. But if you study at Bangkok University, for the first year, you'll have to do it 2 times because they only give you the visa extension document for 6 months. And it will cost 1,900 baht each time. And then we have 90-day report, which will cost you 60 baht every time you go there. So 60 baht every 90 days. But you can do it online, and if you do it online, you don't have to pay. One thing to keep in mind is that if you forget to extend your visa on time, you will be fined 500 baht per day. So what happened to me was that I went to the office to get my papers like 2 weeks before, but unfortunately the office couldn't give me back my documents in time, so I had to pay extra 500 baht for my visa extension last month. So you want to keep track of which days you'll have to go to the immigration office. If you forget, you'll have to pay a lot, because one of my friends forgot to extend a visa and she had to pay like around 14,000 baht. Sad. And I almost forgot health insurance. It is important. I believe every university offers their own plan for health insurance for international students. Bangkok University also provide several options for international students, but I have my own plan. But unfortunately, I don't know how much it costs because I do not take care of it myself. But I believe health insurance is not more than 5,000 baht and it renews every year. Hello. Yes, I changed my location because it got a little bit dark outside. I'm now sitting on my bed. Anyway, let's continue with the variable costs such as utility bill, food, and transportation. For electricity bill, the government standard is 4 baht per unit. But one really interesting thing about flats is that they will charge you 7 baht per unit, and I don't know why. So for flats, the rent is cheaper, but the electricity bill can be higher. Ideally, students spend between 400 baht to 1,000 baht for electricity bill. But that depends hugely on your lifestyle, whether you go out a lot or stay in a lot. The lowest I've paid is 300 baht and the highest is 1,500 baht. But one thing to note here is that I travel a lot, I'm outgoing, and I spend most of my time elsewhere. So I may not be an ideal person to calculate your electricity bills on. One of my friends stay in the room a lot, and during summer, her electricity bill was 2,000 baht. If you didn't know, Thailand is really hot. Even in winter, it is hot. So you will be turning on your AC quite often. So it might cost you a little bit more. So you are expected to spend around 800 baht on electricity bills. For the water bill, I pay somewhere around 70 baht and 140 baht. I have a washing machine. I cook quite often at home. I do my dishes and I shower regularly. So 70 baht to 140 baht is pretty ideal, and you can expect the same amount. Now, moving on to my favorite topic, which is food. So the food at our uni canteen starts at 45 baht, but it differs from university to university. I have heard that at Chulalongkorn University, you can get something at 35 baht, but I heard it quite a while ago. I'm not sure if it changed or not, and I haven't been there in person to actually taste the food. So if you want me to go and check it out myself, please let me know. I'm willing to film those content for you. Anyway, moving back to our university, it is 45 baht, and the water is 10 baht. And if you want to get some drinks like Coca-Cola or lemon tea at the uni counter, it is 15 baht. So ideally, you are expected to spend 60 baht per each meal. But from my experience, most students spend more than that. So it would be safe to assume that you will spend around 100 baht per meal. Food is a little bit more expensive outside of the university, unfortunately. So if you're on a budget, it is better to stick to canteen food. Is it good? Well, it is decent. it is decent. Yeah. For me, I sometimes eat at the canteen, and most of the time I cook because I love cooking, and I also enjoy exploring new foods. So most of the time, me and my friends are out and about, like trying out new food. And in Thailand, street food markets and night markets are serious, so you might probably want to go check it out, and if you do, you will probably spend quite a lot on food, I'm pretty sure. And if you want to know what I eat on a daily basis, you can check out my other vlogs or maybe follow me on Instagram to see where I go, what I do, things like that. And moving on to transportation. If you happen to live in the condos or flats around Bangkok University, you will spend from 15 baht to 40 baht per trip to the university. And I'm assuming that you're taking the motorbike, which we call Win here, which is one of the most common commute method here. But if you want to take the bus, it is 20 baht, and they are like little red trucks, and they cost 10 baht each time. If you want to go to Bangkok, or if you live in Bangkok and want to come here to study, it will cost you around 100 baht to 200 baht each time, depending on the mode of transportation that you choose. I may or may not have changed my location again. Now I'm sitting on the sofa. Okay, let's continue with the miscellaneous costs. Including your phone and Wi-Fi bill, your entertainment and social expenses. Let's start with your phone or Wi-Fi bills because it is really important. So there are three most popular operators here: AIS, DTAC, and True, and I have tried all three, and my least favorite is True. So no matter which operator you choose, I think it's pretty much the same. You will spend around 1,000 baht to 2,000 baht per year on your mobile data or your phone bill. I'm talking about the annual and biannual plans here. Most of my friends are on monthly plan with unlimited data, and they have to pay around 350 baht per month, which adds up to around 4,200 baht per year, which in my opinion is quite a lot. For me, I am on biannual plan where I have to pay 1,700 baht for unlimited data for 6 months. So I pay 2 times a year and I spend 1,000 baht less than my friends, but I have to pay 1,700 in advance. And if you work online or work from home or have a social media career like me, you might want to consider installing Wi-Fi. And depending on the operator and the plan that you choose, you will spend around 500 baht and up. But to be honest, you don't actually need it. Not a lot of people have it in my opinion. I personally don't have it. My mobile data has unlimited data, so I use it at home, and my condo and my university provide free Wi-Fi, so I don't feel the need to install Wi-Fi in my room. So I don't have to spend anything on my Wi-Fi as of now. Now, this is a serious topic. Let's talk about entertainment and social expenses. You can spend as much as you want to on various occasions, like your friend's birthday, going shopping with your friends, eating out, cafe hopping. So I can only tell you how much each thing costs, if that makes sense. Okay, so if you're someone like me who love watching films and going to the cinema, I recommend that you get a membership at Major Cineplex, which is one of the most popular cinemas here in Thailand. And you will probably pay around 220 baht to 350 baht, and you can watch all the films each month. But if you do not have a membership, you'll have to pay 350 baht per ticket. So if you like going to the cinema a lot, you might want to consider having a membership card. And for amusement parks, theme parks like Safari World, Dream World, things like that, the ticket starts from around 500 baht to 1,000 baht, but most of the time we have student discount. And another thing, this is sort of like a Thai culture. In Thailand, students love to go to Suki or Hotpot or Mukata with their friends. So we do that quite often here. And you're expected to pay around 300 baht each time, but it is buffet, so I would say it is worth the price. And if you like dining out at fancy restaurants quite often, you are expected to pay around 1,000 baht and up every time you go out. So depending on your budget, you can expect how many times you can go out every month. I believe I covered almost everything, but if I forget anything, please let me know in the comments below so I can, make a new video about it, I suppose. And now, it is the moment of truth. No, not actually. So, now it is time to give you an expected monthly expense depending on how much I've spent over the year. Like I said, these are not my actual numbers. These are the average of how much I've spent over the year. But this is the ideal expense for you as a student. And with that amount, you can live a pretty happy and comfortable social and student life here in Thailand. So the amount I've shown may be too low for some people and too high for some people, but I can guarantee you that I'm an average student, and with that amount, I can enjoy a pretty happy social life, and also I don't have to worry about how much I'm spending each month. But then again, how much you spend depends hugely on your lifestyle, so I can't actually tell you how much you're going to spend. So I have asked my friends around as well, people with different lifestyles, to see how much they spend. So I picked up two girls. Both are from the same country, studying the same major, and both have a cat and a boyfriend. So they have a lot of things in common, but their lifestyles are rather different. So one girl spends around 10,000 baht per month, while the other spends around 40,000 per month. So this is the range. This is the lowest and highest numbers I have heard a student has spent per month. So you can expect your expenses to be somewhere around there. I hope this video gives you an idea of how much you're expected to spend if you happen to come and study here in Thailand. And this is probably the longest video that I've ever made, and what I would do for you guys. So if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends so I can continue making interesting videos for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye!